turn the microphone on. Oh my God. This is going to be an episode, boys. This is going to be an episode. This is going to be an episode. I knew it was going to be an episode. That's why I went and got some alcohol. Man, oh man, it's going to be an episode. Holy cow, nothing is working right. Oh my God.
That was a good intro. Good intro there, Kurt.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Wasn't it? I had it all set up, ready to go. And then some knucklehead joins, screws it all up.
I didn't think they just didn't remove thyroids, let me tell you.
Oh my God. Well, it's going to be an episode, boys. So strap. I hope you got some seatbelts. I hope you got some seatbelts.
It hurts. It hurts.
Oh my God. Whining already. He's been whining for half an hour. I had to mute him 4 times already. Anyway, Dan, Dancing Dan. What's going on? Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for talking all about it on your show today.
Well, that's what I do, man. You know, I mean, I'm selfless.
You're selfless.
Nothing about me. Nothing about me. All about you. Hey, Board, what are you sucking on? Look like you're sucking on something, man. Why don't you become a real man? Put a pipe in your mouth, for God's sake.
I've done pipes, I've done cigars, I've done cigarettes. I want to kick the whole lot, yeah. And I'm on this little baby puffer thing here to get me off. The nicotine's coming down like that.
I think you did the barber too.
Yeah. Are you going to be taking? Look, are you going to be taking the Mickey out of me all the time? Not even getting my name wrong. Now taking the Mickey out of me, puffing away on this stuff.
I'm getting older. Things I forget things. I have so many neurons left. You know, I got to put back photons.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
What, do I have to talk all the time? Is it me? Jesus. Kurt, say something.
Yeah, it is. It's all about you, Dan. This episode is all about you and the board game swordsman. I'm getting this damn video to work, and it was the last thing I do because
you're going to cut us off again, huh?
A lot of effort into it. So I might have to mute everyone. We might have to start the show over again. But damn it, this video is going to
work.
And you said, Herman said something. By the way, I love Herman Lettman. Doesn't matter what his wife says. I love him. He said there's 3 things. Dan's in the house, and you said something. How did you say it?
How did I say it?
Yeah, you said something, right? You're always talking.
He said, break out the Molson, the beaver tails, and the poutine. Dan's in the house.
Okay, first of all, the Slabats, screw Molsons. I hate them.
Whoa, there you go.
Beaver tails.
That's a hockey thing.
Yeah. I hate Molson. Molson, they suck. They suck. They don't know how to organize a hockey team. They stick their nose into it. Oh, my God. Let the coach do what the coach does and shut up. You know what I mean? And also, beaver tails, I've never had one in my life. Well,
they're quite Moorish. You don't need
tails. Remove tails, and I've had some. But anyways, Kurt, and it's not poutine. It's poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
We're going to have some poutine. All right.
Perfect.
They were selling that in Disney in the Canadian area.
Ah, Christ.
Like, you could order that. I mean, I walked right by Canada Food. I walked right by. I went to get the fish and chips from England.
You know, and that's all they got.
That is not true.
That's all they got. What they got? Nigella Lawson.
As much as I would like to enjoy the seafood that comes from their area, most of it's shellfish, and I can't eat it. So,
yeah.
But I enjoy I enjoy the fish and chips all the way. And for those that don't know, the chips are actually fried. Let's do some language here.
Yeah.
Chips are not chips, and fries are not. I don't know what fries are. What are fries? Anything?
Fries. There's no such word over here.
Okay, so it's chip. Oh, crisps. Chips. That's right. Crisps. Chips are crisps, and fries are chips.
They're still pissed at the Frenchmen. You guys are still pissed at the Frenchmen.
Yeah, you don't want to.
What did the Frenchmen do to you?
Declared war for what is it? How many?
Frenchmen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, let's give it up for Jester and Herman for having the worst Elder Sign game I've ever seen. Like literally, I have not seen anybody die that quickly.
Yes,
that quickly.
That was incredible. Herman is the worst Elder Sign player in the world. He was successful 0. And I'm counting 0% of the time. Herman is the worst Elder Sign player in the world. He should get a ribbon. He is the worst.
Sorry,
my God.
You said Herman is the worst Elder Sign player. Did I get that right?
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's
what
he
is the worst Elder Sign player in the world. He was 0% successful in his 6 tries.
I watched that and I was like, are you like nothing? Like literally nothing was. They didn't get one. You didn't get one Elder Sign. You didn't beat one one like encounter. Like Ruff, you've got the game. You know you can stumble across a success.
Yeah,
they literally had 0 successes.
It's not an easy game to win because
but you usually get one. You're usually successful at least once.
You get a couple, and that encourages you to take a chance. Maybe do more of a tougher one. You know,
could this game be like a party game too, Elder Sign?
It's cooperative, so it's one of those things you can. Yeah, it's cooperative, so it's kind of it's fun in that one. Yeah,
but you can't. Can you beat the game? Like once you find out how pandemic works, you beat the game all the time. No,
it's dice.
It's dice. It's random enough. There's enough variety.
Horror Yahtzee. Rolling dice, trying to get combos. Use the combos to defeat the locations. If you can't get the combos, you can't beat the locations. And when you're rolling on a computer, the computer can literally roll the dice and have 0 skulls show up. And you re-roll all the dice and all 6 of them, and you get 0 skulls again. And you're like,
no, it's scroll. The one I saw was scrolls. You needed one scroll.
Whatever you need, it can make sure you don't get them. Yeah, it can make sure you don't get them.
Yeah, I want to play games with like people are coming over tonight after the show. I made sure they're coming over after the show, Kurt. I made sure. All right. Yeah, damn straight. And they're a fun bunch of people. But as soon as I say, hey, you guys want to play a board game, I'm called all the names you can imagine. You fat F. Shut up, stump, you big tub of lard. Go die. You're so funny.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah. You need some new friends. That's what I was going to say. You didn't like to say it, but I'm just saying, you need some new friends, dude.
Yeah, I want to play with Herman, but he loses all the time.
Yeah, don't have him on your side. Don't have him on your side.
Yeah. I think instead of these cooperative games with Herman, I think I'm going to switch over to competitive games.
One-on-one.
Right? Wow, thanks, Tony, for bringing that up. That was
Hey, what are friends for? If not to kick you when you're down,
right.
We'll support you when you're up, but when you're down, we're just going to kick you harder.
All right, so Herman we know is the worst Elder Sign player in the world, but we also know who the worst Gloomhaven player is in the world. That honor goes to Mark Walker, who literally couldn't click on the right button twice. Not once, but twice. All he has to do is click on the right button, and we win the scenario.
You see, you guys are having all the fun. I'm here alone in my basement. It's all solo.
Well, so I've got some positive. So I was watching something today, and they're like, if you're positive, you got to be super loud about being happy. If you're happy, I'm
happy.
I've got a positive thing. I went over to my local game store and picked up a game. We'll talk about that a little bit. On the shelves were 2 war games. 2 war games. Not like, and I should say more than that because they had all the Undaunted series on there, but they had the Pacific War, Mark Herman.
Bloody hell.
And they had Vietnam 65-75, which I took a picture of that and sent that to Mitch. I was like, hey, look what's in my game store that never has a war game. Like, literally, that's like the first time I've ever seen it.
That's a birthday present. Somebody's brought it into the shop to sell it. And the bloke's gone, all right, I haven't got one of them.
Yeah, I'll give you $5 for it.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the shelf. Maybe some sucker will buy it.
Yeah.
Is that,
so
is
I
that
thought
your
it was
local,
positive to see that though, because this store never stocks. Now they
is that
do
your
have
local game store?
Yeah,
That's
it's
your
local game store. Yeah.
Maybe you should check up on it weekly and see how many years it's going to be there.
See if it gets bought or sold.
Get the dust. Measure the dust on the top.
If anything, I'll wait for Pacific War to get discounted enough, and then I'll take it.
You don't have it?
No, I it would just sit on my shelf as a piece, and I have too many of those as it is. So.
Yeah, I know. I think I got about 500 of those.
So,
Bloody
but
hell.
I'm also blaming Kurt on something else here, because he started playing a stupid Euro.
Tekinu.
I was watching you this
Obelisk
morning.
of the sun, my friends.
The topic
watching
really
you this
interests
morning.
me because it's ancient Egypt. So I like ancient cultures and stuff like that. So a lot of the games I do focus on a lot of time. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, he's got that. Oh, there's one for Machu Picchu he did one for that one. And then he did the Mexican one, the Aztec one as well. I'm like, well, shoot. And so I started watching some playthroughs of the other ones just to, how does this play? You know, things like that. And it got me thinking that, and Herman and you have already started this, Jester. For one, I'm starting to look at Euros now, which is, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet. But here's the thing. As I was doing other channels, I was looking at what other games they're playing. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I know we play other games. Ruff, you play other games. Dan, you play other games. You know, Jester, you definitely play other games. Can't go a night without something different on your channel.
Jesus.
But how many times do people go to another channel and then see what else they do? And hey, this is a game. What's this game? And it ends up being one of our war games. So it's like, if we play other games on our channels, and we don't have to do it all the time, but if we play a different game, it might bring somebody in that didn't even know these games existed. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. I think that's, you know.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, good point.
No.
Ruff, what do you got set up behind you, man?
That looks a little different than what you had.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, the next thing on the channel was going to be Vuca Simulations Operation Theseus, but Tweez, one of his subscribers, are going to be playing it live from Monday. So I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll put it away and bring out something that I've been asked to play, and that is Zero Leader.
Hey, so Kurt, I want to talk about that. Kurt, I seen you play a DVG game.
Oh,
yes.
He doesn't dislike he doesn't like this DVG games. And he's actually very open and saying they're generally good games.
I want to get Corsair Leader back on, and I'd be more than happy to tell people to buy Corsair Leader because it's a good game. The company is a piece of crap.
Ah, come on.
They're a piece of crap.
You had one bad experience.
No, I didn't have. I've had several bad experiences. Right? Number one bad experience is
he's up again.
I knew it.
You had to bring it up, didn't you?
You
had to do it.
Bring it up.
You had to bring it up.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to their website and see that they have errata for their games.
They all have errata.
Right. Which they do. They all get errata. But here's the thing. It says free errata.
Yeah.
You add it to your cart. The only thing you have to pay for is shipping.
Well, yeah, man.
So you got to pay for the shipping to fix their problem. Yes,
But
that's
it's
right.
a scam. You buy another game and it's included in the shipping.
Yeah. Right. No, it's not. It's a lie. It's all a lie. It's a lie. But I'm not going to go down that river hole.
I did see some Spirit Island being played when I go into the game shop I go and has places where you can play. I saw some Spirit Island.
Nice one. Nice segue out of that. Yeah.
Hey, I'm there for it. So I did see, and I know Spirit Island is, I think, could easily be one of those crossover. Yeah, crossover games. So yeah,
It is a great war game.
Yep. Yeah, it's Area Control. Is
What's it called?
Spirit Island.
Spirit Island.
Yep.
Sounds like a horse game.
It's
Spirit.
an area control where
sounds like a horse
defending
game.
the island against invaders.
Yeah.
Ireland.
An island.
An island. I thought Ireland.
Yes, an island. Yes.
So I watched some people play that, and so it was pretty cool. There's quite a few people playing games. A lot of 40K and miniature stuff they do. I kind of walked by that, was like, yeah, whatever. I don't have the skills or the talent or anything like that to
paint.
Yeah.
Forget
and
it.
So all my minis would be gray. Like I'd be the one guy coming in with all green.
Yeah. And that's too bad because I just saw
ooh, that's a nice looking cover.
Yeah, what is that?
I am the proud owner of probably only 4 in the world at the moment.
4.
Who's the publisher?
Vuca.
So it's Sant'Angelo's the designer?
No, Jack Green.
Okay. Oh, the War Diary guy.
The guy that designed the Avalon Hill version of this in the 80s is the designer on this, along with the owner of Vuca Simulations, Patrick Gerhardt. And he kindly sent me one of those. He said he gets 6 of his new games flown over. He said it costs an absolute fortune. The others are still in China.
Wow.
And he has a couple and he sends them out, and I'm one of the lucky ones, and I got that.
Wow.
Well.
How do you rate so high, Ruff?
Vuca loves him.
Yeah,
wow.
and I love Vuca.
You have some photographs of him in some precarious positions or something.
I've got some stuff on him. So
I guess you got some stuff on him, all right? Because
I've got my negatives. But no, and I've been with them since day one, since their first game. I asked.
Yeah, that's right. Your first one was the Aachen one, wasn't it?
I said, "Oh, that looks good." And he said, "I'll send you a copy, thanks." And I went, "Oh, all right." And since then, this is my first World War I game.
Does your wife know you've been with him?
I haven't been with him in the biblical sense, Dan.
Sorry.
His wife knows all about him bringing the rules to bed.
So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. This is a 2-player game, though. This is a double blind system, like the original was.
Okay, so can't really solo that one.
Just done the opening the box video on it, and it looks blooming marvelous, blooming fantastic.
Are you going to do something on it? Are you going to showcase it?
I've got to. Otherwise, he wants them back. No.
Yeah.
No. That's of course you do. If you get sent stuff, of course you try and do some playthrough.
Of course, yes.
Just to say thank you.
Yes, of course.
This though, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I might have to ask somebody, or a subscriber, or one of you guys, if you want.
I'll do it for you.
You forget it, man. I don't want to do nothing.
I know you don't. You don't do any games, do you, Dan? Why is that?
Because it hurts. It hurts.
No. Before that. But anyway,
I'm a Renaissance man. I'm all over the place.
Solo. He needs to do some solo stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this came. So, Jester, you ticked me off, by the way, because you did the unboxing.
That's what I do. I tick everyone off.
I was going to do an unboxing because I got this Monday. So you actually got this before I did.
I did.
You got it like Friday or Saturday, and then I got it on Monday. And then I'm like, you're like unboxing. I'm like, son of a, I was going to do that. Like, hey, I just got this in off the table. It just came in. And then he did it. I was like, shoot. Oh, well. I was like, okay, I'll just go play my Panzer Grenadier game because God knows I got 26 turns left in that scenario.
I don't get coin. I can't play coin. I got psychological. I can't do it. I
love it. I really do. I think I kind of like everything, though. I'm kind of like Ruff. I kind of like everything.
Well, I don't like coin. Well, I don't like it. It doesn't ring doesn't rock me boat. It
doesn't rock my boat either.
Yep.
So, but I'm looking forward to the Red Dust
Rebellion.
Rebellion, is it? Yeah.
By that 3-minute war game.
Yeah. It's Mars. So I'm looking forward to that. But that'll probably be my only coin unless it grabs me, God forbid.
Hey, Ruff, did ever play video games?
Oh God, all the time I used to.
You ever play Red Faction?
No, it's one of the ones
Okay.
I didn't play, but I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I played that Red Faction.
Yeah,
long time ago with the
It was
destructible environments.
Yeah.
You had the little gun that you could actually and just dig tunnels. Yeah. So
yeah, used to play them all the time.
So Vuca Simulations, I came to your little live stream the other day. You and Blue were having a good time playing your little scenario.
It's a fun little game. Playing Donnerschlag,
Donnerschlag, right.
And
Schlag. Huh?
Who's a Schlag? What Schlag?
Does it mean the same over there as it does over here?
No, something Schlag. Donnerschlag.
Donnerschlag, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a German word.
German for thunderclap.
Ooh.
It was the code word for the breakout of Stalingrad. And the other army was going to come down and meet them, but it never happened.
No, it didn't go well for them. Now
it didn't go well. It was, as I say, a bit of an own goal, that one. So,
all right, I'm going to mute you guys because
Here he goes.
I've got the video working, so I'm not going to restart everything. But can you guys be quiet for 2 minutes?
I don't know.
I'll mute me. I've got a mute button on the top of this. Look, that's the mute button.
All right, here we go. I can't mute myself because I can't play the video this way. So I'll just have to mute you guys. All right. Now that was supposed to be the intro, so we missed out. So I wanted to get it back for you guys.
I didn't know you were a game designer.
Oh, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm still, taking.
I thought when the music started, the drumming started, we were going to get a bit of Phil Collins in the air tonight. That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that because, ID, copyright. Yeah.
I noticed you didn't.
If somebody, if I knew somebody that made some decent music for free, then.
Oh, decent. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, if I knew somebody that would do that for me.
Yeah. Well,
let's say hello to everybody in the chat, shall we? We haven't done that. We've been on half an hour.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
Why
I
would
told
we
you
do
guys
that?
when we started, this is going to be an episode. We are all riled up. We are riled up for.
I blame Dan.
Dan came on. I was peaceful, and Dan showed up, and the world went upside down.
And the thing is, I don't think anybody's noticed.
Probably not. Probably not.
I'm like a silent fart.
No, not my thing.
So I had talked about my game about, I don't know, 6 months ago. I kind of introduced it to everyone, did some videos, and then kind of everything's been on hiatus. I've actually been working on it in the background, silently, not saying anything. And then so I reintroduced it this week saying, yep, I'm still working on it. So if you're interested, maybe next week we can get together and have a little preview of how things are going to be on it.
Well, Kurt, I'm interested in having that little clip so I can put it on the show next week.
Sure. Yeah, I can send it to you.
Yeah, and you should have sent it to me without me asking, because I do the bloody news. What, I have to go fishing all the time? I have to go fishing.
It's technically
how much you want me to work?
Game,
it hurts!
You're supposed to do war game stuff, and if I send it to you and it's not really a war game, people are going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Come on. It's you're one of us, and we got to show it off.
Oh, that's true. I do more for your channel than everyone else that you do. You should just focus in on the three of us and your show, your views would go through the roof.
I'm going to try that. You see, the show's not edited. It's not edited.
Right. He'll get your name sooner or later. I mean,
sorry.
He called you cute and cuddly at one point because he couldn't remember your name. And
Wayne Hansen says epic music. Wayne, I got something to ask you. I made music for you and that intro. Where is it?
I use mine. I use the intro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And I make sure I give him credit for it too. Music by Dan Pancaldi.
So Dan, if you want to send me some music,
look,
it's got to be mysterious, fantasy themed, with kind of a crescendo. It's got to build up to a crescendo.
It's not a crescendo. It's a crescendo. It's
I agree with that one.
Crescendo.
It's got to build up to a crescendo, and then
this is John Williams
as you reveal the details of what you're trying to accomplish.
You know what? It's a challenge for me. I accept it, and let's wait till it stops hurting.
Oh my God! Seriously,
for God's sake!
Oh my God!
And
how long are you gonna use this excuse for?
It hurts.
Like, serious. I had my whole neck removed from here to here.
God, I feel like we're in the Villages.
71 thyroid modules removed. I had my whole thyroid removed, and I was live streaming the next day.
And they'll be going on about the weather next, or hasn't it been too hot? Yeah. I'll be glad when it gets a bit colder in the autumn. Yes.
I don't know how you were doing it the next day.
I was live streaming the next day. I wasn't belly aching about how I was hurting. No,
it hurts.
My poor
hand. Maybe your stuff doesn't hurt. The thyroids, you got 600. They only took away 8 or something, didn't they?
72.
Jesus Christ! Here they cut me, man. They cut me.
No, when I asked Dan, I said, "Hey, I'm looking for something trombone because I used to play the trombone and a little jazzy." And that's what I gave him. And he came back with 2 pieces within like a half an hour.
That weren't jazzy or trombone-y.
No, not at all.
No. The man's a genius.
Yeah.
Let's compare scars, Dan. Come on, get your little 1-inch scar. Let's do it. Come on.
I can't. If I take it off, it's gonna hurt more.
Okay, you just offended an entire culture there. So.
Hold on.
Yeah, gotta remember, get off.
Look, I used my hands for 30 years. How often have you used your head?
Oh, yes. We heard your story. It was 5 hours of practicing was nothing for me. I would go in the room with my case of beer.
I just forwarded past that. I didn't even bother.
Okay. 12, 15 hours struggling. I wanted to prove myself to this teacher. She wasn't going to get the better of me. It was going to take a case of beer a day, but I was going to prove to her that I was better than her.
God, I can't mute him. I cannot mute him.
No.
Get that rule book out, Ruff.
I'm going to get a rule book out. Hold on.
And you know what? That bitch hired me after.
Did she? See, there you go. You got the better of her.
That's right.
That's good.
That's right.
That is what revenge is all about.
Yeah, it's a dish better served with lots of anchovies.
That's not how it goes.
What, did you English guys invent it?
Yes.
Really?
Really. It's a dish best served with chips. Get it right.
That's right.
No, but you know, Ruff, we gave you toilets.
No, Thomas Crapper gave us toilets.
No, we gave you toilets, and because you guys would be smelly bastards right up to today.
No, a man called Thomas Crapper gave us the toilets. An Englishman called Thomas Crapper.
No, he didn't give you the toilets. It was the Romans who gave you the water to wash your butt.
No, yeah, but we're talking about flushing. You know, before then.
Don't do that.
In the cowboy films, you'd go and get a bit of dock leaf, wouldn't you? And do that.
Oh, for God's sake. I can't even do that because it hurts. It hurts.
Oh, yeah, forgot. Yeah.
Come on, Kurt. They just cut your neck.
Yeah, oh yeah. From here to here. Yeah, just a little bit.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
a little nick.
So, did you actually film any of your Operation Theseus, Ruff? Or so
yes.
So you got to put this aside.
I've got like an explanation of how it's set up and roughly what's going on and how it differs from the others in the series because they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Arkhan and Boog and Theseus have the same sort of core rules.
Arkhan.
Oh,
I thought you said Aachen.
Yeah. And but this, because it's in the desert, has slightly different rules. So I it's only about 20 minutes or so. Then I was going to do a couple of activations and call it a day for that one. But as I say, Tweez is doing it.
Saved you from that.
Well, okay. It was going to,
you still might want to put that up because that's a good explanation. Okay. I was going to say, because that's a good explanation, for people that are curious, well, what's the difference between them? And if you've already got that, I
assume that, Tweez is going to go through the rules and that, but I wanted to do it because, as I say, Vuca sent me a copy, and that's the least you can do is do a playthrough. So I'd wait until his is finished, and Nick will do the activations. Yeah, Nick will use good ideas, and then do mine. But for now, then the next one, Zero Leader.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all Wayne. They're all hi Kabuki. Wayne, they're all solo.
Which is the best intro game you think from Vuca?
I like the if you're into the Prussian War, that one was really good.
Frederick the Great is good.
Yeah.
If you don't mind it not being solo, then the one me and Tweez are playing at the moment, Donnerschlag, is a great easy-ish, lightweight-ish card.
There's that Schlagworth again. Something Schlag.
Clap.
The clap.
Yeah, thunderclap.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Frederick, the Great Crisis of Frederick the Great is another good game.
I started looking at that one. I haven't played it, but I have it, and that's kind of on one of my lists to get out sooner rather than later. But that sooner could be 4 or 5 years from
and
now.
of course with the same with lots of game companies, but Vuca do it particularly well is the quality of the components. I'll tell you, it's
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself. Chantal! Can you make me a gin and tonic?
He muted himself.
Chantal!
It didn't work. Oh, he has now, right? Oh, he's muted him. Oh, yes, because he's gone into one.
I muted him.
That's all right.
Maybe we can just leave him that way. That'd be awesome.
You didn't mute yourself.
He doesn't know.
We heard every expletive, Dan, across the internet.
No, I was just making a joke.
You've got into trouble, haven't you?
Chantel is going to get your ass
Yeah,
and come down and start beating
with
your
the
ass
rolling
if
pin,
you pick it up.
How dare you shout at me?
I guess I shouted louder than I thought it was.
Yeah.
That was the goddamn neighbor.
But did they bring a gin and tonic, though?
No, I don't think I'm going to get a gin and tonic. I
Just
screwed
say,
my
"Oh, my
chances.
hand hurts. My hand
I
hurts."
know, but she can only pity me so much, you know. She's as rude, she's as heartless as you.
Oh, that's pretty heartless,
Yeah.
right?
And by the way, Herman, yeah, sure, I'd love some bourbon. And the bourbon you could send me, Herman, is a uncommercial bourbon. Please send me a bottle of uncommercial bourbon.
You mean not like Maker's Mark or Jack Daniels?
No, yeah, because we can get that stuff here. Me, I want him to go in. I want him to go in the mountains, man, and meet Zach. You know, and Zach has got some clean bourbon. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've got a bottle that Herm likes. I've got a bottle. He said, "Oh, you can't get it over here. There's queues outside the shops when it comes over." I just walked into the supermarket down the road and got a bottle.
The supermarket. You guys can buy booze at the supermarket.
Oh yeah,
we can.
Oh,
in
no,
Ohio, you can.
Yeah,
it's controlled by the government.
Well, yeah, it's over here. We pay a lot of tax on the old alcohol content of it.
So what is the bourbon?
I forget what it's called. Herman.
Oh, that's great.
Buffalo
No,
Trace.
Herman, don't worry. Herm's in the room. Herm's in the house.
And you see, and you poop on me because I called you board game swordman.
Well, that's why I've got to go around calling myself that now because
he's got to change all his marketing now, all his logos,
all the
paperwork. He's got to rebrand himself all from scratch now. Buffalo Trace is the name of it, ladies and
I like
gentlemen.
Buffalo Trace, man.
Nice.
We get it's 45% alcohol. It's nice and sweet. It goes great with a tobacco. Very nice.
I mean, when Dan and Artie get together for their war game show, 95% of the time all they do is talk about liquor anyways, and they get like 100 views.
Liquor,
so,
I don't even know her.
Yes, exactly. So I don't even know how they get like 100 people to come listen to them talk about their
it ain't
bourbon.
me, man. Trust me, it ain't me that gets
Their
100
bourbon.
people. It's Artie's with that voice. Aha.
He has got a bit of a radio voice, hasn't he?
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
He could sell.
He's got the voice for a radio show. He's also got the face for it too.
No,
yeah, I've got a great face for radio. Yeah. Yeah, he could sell coals to Newcastle, as we say over here.
Newcastle, that's a good ale.
Or used to.
No, that's that's an ale. Ale, right?
It's a brown ale, yes. It's a bit commercial. There are better brown ales about.
We can't
lots
get it.
of them.
Yeah.
We don't get English beers here because we make better beer.
Well, like Molson.
Oh, them's like fighting words, I think.
They do make better beer.
Talk, isn't it? That's fighting talk.
They do make better beer.
No, we do make better beer, man.
Yeah.
Well, better than
I grew up in Buffalo, New York.
Better than what,
I went across to Canada.
When
their beer is 5-6%, when ours was 3.5%.
Yeah, but they're all the same color.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they don't taste the same.
Hey, Kurt, next time you come down, forget the 5%. We got some 15% beer happening here.
I've got some 12% in my fridge. I saved that one for like
we
not
got that
the show.
Over here as well.
Good Lord. Well, that was, when I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was 18, that was what?
Yeah, because
40 years ago.
I did when I was 19. I went across the border because the drinking age was 21 in Michigan and Ohio in the United States, but in Canada it was 19. So
the thing is, that's where we beat you
18.
again. That's where we beat you again. Illegal drinking age over here is 14. So there you go.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's because your water sucks. But hey.
Well, Ruff, what is going on with the temperature over there? Has it finally calmed down? Because all we hear over here is how England has been like 100 degrees, the hottest it's ever been on record, and there's people dying over there.
No.
Big catastrophe happening. And all I say to myself is, oh man, I better check on Ruff and make sure he's okay.
We had 2 days where it got a bit warm. And we thought, oh, crikey. And then bang, back to normal summer, raining.
And about 60 degrees.
It's about, well, say 20, what is it? 20, I don't know. I can't think in Fahrenheit anymore. 23 degrees. I suppose that's the high 60s.
Fahrenheit. Who
At
thinks in Fahrenheit?
Well, being trained as a scientist, I was using Celsius before
73.
the norm.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense.
Drinking age at 14, drive at 20. Yep, I've heard that it's like hard to get a license over there. Actually,
no, 17. It's
really?
17 to get a license, to get a what they call provisional license, and then you go off and learn to drive.
Yeah, that's at 16.
You can drive at 16, I think, as long as it's on private property. But then
Private property, drive on your driveway.
Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Son came out in Edinburgh for 2 hours and they panicked.
Yeah, that's it. Same here. People go around and go, "Cool, I have to get my shorts out." Where are they, love? Oh, they're right at the bottom of the drawer. So you know, it's.
But Board, you have one of those thatched roofs, and you live in a nice little quaint village, like a Hammer Horror.
We don't live in Middle Earth in England, all right? So just get that. And I don't. If you say, "Oh, I met somebody on holiday, they were called the Smiths," you don't know them, do you? If you've only got a little country, no, we don't. I live actually in a quite little suburb, and if people know England, they know how sort of idyllic it is. It's called Basildon.
Basilwood.
Basildon.
Basil what?
Faulty.
Oh.
Basil
what?
Basildon.
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 Don is an old English word for hill.
Oh.
And Basil was a king in the local area.
Essex.
So it's Basil's Don. Basil's
Holy
hill.
crap. So
I found Ruff's house. Oh my god, I got to share this to you. I found
you live in a nice.
Oh, share it up. Let's see it.
I want to see the house.
Let's see his house.
Hold on.
I want to see the house.
Hold on. I got to get it right. Here we go. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. I got to get it right. I got to make
sure
it's right.
You show the West Wing. It's the best bit.
I hate when things don't go the way they're supposed to.
They never do.
I feel like I'm Jester right now, and my thing won't work.
Never been in England, but I do like hobbits.
Well, you need to get over. We've got plenty of them.
You ever
I'm telling you, right? If there's the most laughs for a war game show, we should win hands down this year.
My hand
and
hurts.
I expect our show to be nominated.
Yeah.
This year for the award.
What are you doing? What are you going?
Hold on.
Oh my God, Tony, you're giving us your email address and
yeah, I saw the porno sites you go
there it
on.
is.
Oh, that's your house.
Yeah, look.
Hey, that's not
There's
your
the
house.
thatched roof. You see, Ruff, you're lying to us.
I tell you what, they're a swine. You have to get them done every 15 years or so.
Yeah, but isn't there a lack of thatch roof makers?
Yes, a bit like midwives. Yes, there's a lack of them.
Like midwives.
Yeah, there's the
15 best things to do in Basildon. The barley yard lands.
15?
Wat Tyler County Park.
Yeah, Wat Tyler, the hero, the old poll tax.
Imperial Bird of Prey. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Academy.
You must be rich if you have a thatched roof.
You're damn right, man.
Yeah, the rats though. You have to keep getting the rats out.
And do you wear tweed?
That's
tweed.
You wear tweed.
Oh no, is.
Yes, and a wax jacket as well when I go hunting.
No, I said, do you smoke weed?
What are you sharing, Tony?
Oh, this is the top 15 things to do in
Langdon. Can you see that? Don. That means hills.
Langdon.
It's Don.
Not Dawn.
It's Langdon. Don is hill. Lang means big.
There's a castle. Is that your family's castle? The ruins.
That's the old royalty. That's Hadley Castle there, where we did. Canvey Island, lovely.
Holy cow, man! They even got birds.
Yeah.
Are you a Twitch? Are you a Twitcher?
No, only sort of.
I was asking Dan. I'm wondering if Dan's a Twitcher, if he knows what that means.
Isn't that like twerking?
No. I'll stop sharing.
What's a Twitcher?
Yeah.
A bird watcher?
It's a bird watcher.
I'm just starting to get into it, man.
I was joking.
Do they actually have them up there? I mean,
what, birds?
Yes.
No, but we got twerkers.
I was thinking you were way up there in Quebec somewhere.
It's hot outside, man. We just had like a heat wave that kills us.
I know. It gets into the 80s, Dan, and we're useless, aren't we? Gets to 26, 28. We can't cope.
Nah, it was 42 here, rough.
Yeah,
42.
We had 2 days of that, and that was it.
We had a week of
that.
that.
We had on the news about how England was, the whole world was coming on fire.
It combusted, it spontaneously combusted, and all that. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, great. So they'll all burn up, and then they rebuild, and then they'll be fine. So what's the big deal? Let's go.
I'm telling you, Kurt, when it's 42 here, first of all, the humidity kills you.
Yes,
you step outside, you take a deep breath, and you drown.
Oh, don't even go there with me, mister. You want to talk about humidity? I'll get the wife in here.
That's smog.
That's not smog. When she walks from the bedroom to the family room and she's got sweat pouring out of her, that's humidity.
Maybe you should buy air conditioning, for God's sake.
That's with air conditioning. You got Canadian geese. I was going to say that's about the only thing they have up there.
Well, yeah, something. We got moose.
Oh, yeah, that's moose, right. You do have a moose. You have the moose and the bear and the geese and the poutine.
And the hoose.
No, the poutine. The poutine. The
poutine is a drink in Ireland.
Oh, God.
Illegal, what's the name, isn't it?
It's moonshine from Ireland, yeah.
Well, us, it's fries and cheese.
And the cheese on that is awful. Just awful.
You gotta know where to go get it. You don't buy poutine in England. You don't buy it in the States, for God's sake, man. You come to Quebec.
I bought it when we went to Canada, and we went to
Canada.
We went
to go to Quebec. What's
that province you have out there on the East
British
Coast?
Columbia.
What's that province?
Jeez, I feel like I'm in class right now teaching. This is what it feels like.
Should we do our histories of the day? We forgot to do them last week.
We did.
Matt was on.
Yeah, the East Coast, you gotta come. All of Canada is Canada, but then there's a distinct society called Quebec. We are distinct.
Independent.
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
They want to be.
They want to be. They've never forgiven us.
Yeah, and you know
it's where all the French people went to, and then all the other Brits went everywhere else. But everybody that spoke French went to Quebec.
And you know what the Brits did in Nova Scotia? In 1755.
Nova Scotia, that's where we were.
They kicked all the Brits. They kicked all the French down to Louisiana.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ruff.
I know. Haha.
Okay, Ruff. I'll never forgive you.
No, well, you should, because we got rid of them for you.
You got rid of what? The Frenchmen.
Those darn Frenchies.
I like the Frenchies. It's the English people that piss
look what
me off.
they're doing in Louisiana with their made-up language and their funny dancing.
And it's not Louisiana. It's La Louisiane.
No, it's Louisiana.
Like Orleans. Yeah? Like, not New Orleans. Nouveau Orleans. Yeah?
No, it's Nolans. Come on, let's get it right.
Orleans in Quebec.
It's Orleans. It's
Nolans.
So you went to Nova Scotia, Kurt?
I did go to Nova Scotia, yes. I spent a week there.
Where? Oh, that's good.
I don't know. There's an island with water. That's about all I know.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, you literally, if you go to Canada, and if you're not within, like, say, 10 miles of the United States, you literally are driving down the road, and all you see for miles is trees.
That's right.
That's all you see.
And
you don't see another car. You don't see nothing.
What is it?
99%
of the population of Canada lives within 100 miles of.
Yeah.
of the United States.
So like
Man,
when we
it's-
drove up there, we're like, where is this place? And it's like
I love
2
it,
hour,
man.
it's like 4-hour drive, and you get
I
there.
love it.
And you
I
don't
love
see
it.
anything.
I have
Is
my
it-
brother-in-law's
Oh no, that's
Welsh.
Newfoundland.
My brother-in-law's Welsh, right? So when he had his family come over, and we said, well, let's go to a restaurant because we were in Nova Scotia. Let's go to a restaurant. So from the place we were at, which is called Pubnico, we had to drive 2.5 hours to a restaurant. And the guy said, I would have done all of England by now. And I said, well, my God.
I told Ruff I drove to St. Louis for a little convention, and it's like a 7.5, 8 hour drive, and he's like, "Crikey, I'd be in the ocean by then."
Yeah, full off the
Halfway
edge.
across the, yeah.
And that's if he goes north. If he goes east,
that's-
west, or south, it's a lot shorter.
Yeah,
Our population is the population of California, 35 million. And that's nothing.
Yeah.
We got land, man. We got land.
Yeah,
You
but
got-
most of it's frozen.
No, most of it was bought by what's his face? Who's that? He did a movie. Buy land. The grandfather told him land. Come on.
Bill Gates.
Oh, for good.
He's buying land. Is it not him then? No. Oh, all right then.
I forget.
Then why would you start that story if you can't finish it?
Yeah.
I forget names too.
Yeah, really. I know. Board gets really upset when you forget.
Yeah. Forever now.
Hey.
I've got
Aye,
business
vey.
cards to reprint. Everything.
So-
Letterheads.
Do we have the subject for the day?
Is there a subject?
Is there
Our-
a subject?
Yes.
I'm
Did you
good.
not
I'm
do
good with subjects.
History of the day. Did you guys get your history for the day?
I'm history. I'm
I got
history,
it from
man.
last week as well.
As long as
Wow.
it ain't American.
Well, how come you didn't
We forgot.
you didn't say something last
We
week?
forgot as well.
I didn't forget nothing. What are you talking about?
Oh, all right. Sorry.
I got
Mine-
busy talking.
So
I've
what's
got
the history?
one that nobody's got, and I don't want anybody to take it because today George Jetson was born.
George Jetson.
Yes,
Well, of the
from the
Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Of the
Yes.
Jetsons.
He was born July 30th, 2022.
No way. Who would know that?
I just thought that was funny. I saw that on Facebook today, and that
How
cracked
do
me
you
up.
know? How do you know? Oh, I'm okay. See,
Wow.
I didn't get my gin and tonic. I pissed her off.
You did piss her off. You shouted at her.
Did you guys see little thing that Lock and Load has got going on right now?
Blood and fury.
Yeah. Oh,
You got a little
I-
World
yep,
at War
signed up.
85, Blood and
Signed
Fury
up.
going on.
me too. Me too.
I
There's
got the
23
expansion
days
too.
left.
I couldn't afford. I couldn't go to the expansion.
Okay,
So,
the extra
we-
$50 or
Starting
whatever.
in 15 minutes. And of course, here's all the breakdown on everything.
Man, they know their stuff. I was listening to Keith talking. I think Devin was there, but Keith was doing all the talking. And this guy, like, he knows every shit, every stat, this and what it does, and it's like bloody hell.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited because I'm going to take the pieces from that one and use them the markers and stuff like that because they're round.
Yes.
So you can actually. I thought
That's a
when
good
they
idea,
did
isn't
that was really cool. So
So I'll be using those in all the World at War.
yep,
5 games. Yeah. And
probably
it's got-
use them for Nation at War too in some cases.
Yeah, and it's got its own solo deck as well. isn't it?
Yes, yep. That's what David was saying that they're
For,
all the
what are you
games
talking
going
about, like
forward.
the admin counters.
yeah the admin right there. There they are.
these
That's
here?
them. Round.
Yep, they're
And
round now.
Blue and red as well for both sides.
Yes, so you can have
So
one
you can
side.
see.
Yep.
I've always wondered about that because when you've got it on and Nations at War as well, they're all the same color and you don't know what's what. But now you can tell at a glance. So it's a
Yep.
little simple thing like that.
It's quality of life stuff that
Yeah.
Lock and Load does that makes it absolutely a great company. David listens to the
Yes,
feedback.
he does. Yes,
That's
he
the
does.
one thing I would say.
A lot of videos as well, so a lot of good
and they're keeping
information.
people informed, and little Keith's doing
This
little
is
videos.
at GameFound, guys. So check out GameFound, not the usual Kickstarter. This is on GameFound. I think this is the first one they're doing on GameFound.
Yes. No. Bitter Harvest was
did
on
Bitter
GameFound
Harvest
as well.
on it as well.
Oh, did they do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Which you can still late pledge on that one. So you can still late pledge on Bitter Harvest. So if you haven't got Bitter Harvest, but talking with David, it sounds like everything's going to have a solo
From now on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Craig
From now
Robertson
on, yep.
says World of War 85 will be the last of his 10 games of 2022.
What's that all about?
I have no idea.
Shh, Craig, shush, shush.
Yeah.
You know what? Alistair's got a point. He said, do you think GMT will include solo CDG components in the future reprints? I would say once the solo method gets out there enough, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't include the, the thing that you've got.
It's only a sheet of paper.
Yeah, just throw that sheet, that player aid for the CDGs. That would be something especially if there's already one for it. So, like, let's say they reprint, I don't know, the Command and Colors Ancients or whatever.
For instance, they'll just pop that sheet in.
Put that sheet in there, or, Washington War, anything that does the CDG, I think they could easily slip that into the next printing. And I think they should.
I think every game should have a solo thing right now because it sells. That sells.
It really does. And I know, I know the P word, the C word and all that.
What's the P and C word? I'm thinking bad things.
Bovis. Oh, for God's sake.
The coup.
Viral
has a 19
thing.
afterwards.
Yeah,
C19.
19. I can't say it in case they shut us down. They're a bit funny.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
The pandemic.
COVID.
Bloody hell, you made me say it then.
Povis.
Povid. Good job I changed my name is all I can say.
The SAS won't be coming for you. They'll be coming for board game swordsmen.
That, of course, lots of solo games people weren't getting out. But I think because we've got used to it and people do like a solo game, I do. Stigler, I know Stigler, don't bless him.
Oh, my God, Stigler.
No, but bless him. It's
of course.
It's even coming in like...
Here's the thing. When you have really popular Euro games that are very, very well liked, and they come with the solo mode.
That's
if
good.
War games don't come with solo mode, you're not going to get people to come over and play them because people will say, "I will just go play this instead."
I like include a solo. My friends don't fancy it, but I can play it on my own, and I'm into war games now. And if it hasn't got one, they're not going to do that, are they?
Yeah.
Ruff, you just made me think of the movie Oliver. Can you say you want more soup?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
No. Please, sir, can I have some more? And then Harry Seacombe goes, "What?"
That's hilarious. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my God!
Don't mind the Mickey B. That's my accent. I really don't.
I swear, with Dan, it's like we're get on a focus, and then it's like, Choom!
Yeah. If we don't win,
it's not a tangent.
If we do not win War Game Show of the Year, there's going to be a conspiracy, and there's going to be somebody coming to check I'm coming to look at the votes. That's all I got to say.
Got nothing to do. I hope you're not pointing at me.
Yeah, because you're the Charlies. You're the man.
I'm not the man. I'm just a big mouth.
No.
So you tell women on dates that I come with the solo.
Come on.
Very droll hiss.
I'm not the Charlies at all.
Oh, that was roast autobiography.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Fairman. Are we doing this?
Mad Dog's back in the house. We hadn't seen him for a while, so
Maddy Dog.
Mad Dog is here. That's why the things are going out of control.
What? Yeah.
You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. Oh my
Are
God,
are
that
you
is
a
too
Pink
funny.
Floyd
That
fan?
is way too funny.
Lord? So
I tell you what, yes, I am. And I love all the old stuff. You know, I'm a man of the
Yes,
70s
yes.
and prog rock and all that, and
Yeah,
Jethro Tull, and you know, your countrywoman, Joni. Oh, love her.
my
You know,
God.
yeah. So what's really great is my son, who's now 14. I've been trying to get him into war games. He's like 14-year-old. He's picked up a bass guitar.
What?
And he's playing Jacko on it.
You're kidding me, man.
No, I'm not, with all the pinched harmonics and all that.
Hey, come on.
Get him. Let's get him. Get him over here, Ruff. Tell him to get his ass over. Let's.
I tell you what, I'm on my own in the house, apart from the dog, because they've all buggered off to a music festival.
Really?
I couldn't go because of work. So they've gone off to Cambridge to see the Cambridge Folk Festival, world famous, where Paul Simon first made his debut all those years ago. Yeah. Spent a lot of time in England. But yeah, he's playing. He says, I want to play the drums. I want to do this. I want a banjo. I want to. Jeez. He looks
like that music store upstairs.
Brilliant. But he looks like.
That's why I last about 5 minutes on Dan and Gary's show. I don't drink scotch. I don't make music. And I only speak American English. I'm a simple kind of man. Wayne, we have to get you on the show, brother.
Wayne,
we have to get you on the show.
Wayne, if you weren't a cop,
Wayne is our kind of people, man. I tell you.
He's a cop.
He's a cop. He'll cross you. No, he'll arrest you.
I mean, every time I see Wayne, I gotta relax. I gotta put my seatbelt on or something, man.
So yeah, what I was just saying, my son looks like a prog rock artist from the 70s.
Man, what kind of a bass does he have?
He's bloody
you got to get him a Rickenbacker now for sure.
Yeah, I can't afford a Rickenbacker, but it's quite a nice bass. It's his first bass.
And is it fretless?
No, he wants a fretless.
Shit, man.
He's just so into it.
He's
like I was.
Is he practicing like 8 hours a day?
He's practicing 12 hours a day with a case of beer and locking himself in the room.
No, I tell you what, it gets to the stage now when you get to a certain age, I'm shouting up, hey, it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, which is cool.
But it's great. He looks like Rick Wakeman with brown hair. I've met Rick Wakeman. What a nice chap he is.
Is he really?
He is. They say don't meet your heroes. But he is a nice man. He's a.
So did you know today that Indianapolis was sunk by a Japanese submarine?
Oi! That's my one. Shut up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say anything.
What?
Nothing.
That's in Indianapolis. Is that the race?
History things then.
Fire away, Ralph.
Man, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Rick Wakeman.
What's that scar? This one.
What scar?
This one. That's the Indianapolis.
I don't get it.
What's in Indianapolis?
What is he saying?
That's Jaws, man. Don't you watch movies? Don't you know nothing? Good Lord, man.
It's been a while, Jaws. And you know what?
My God.
My wife never seen Jaws because she's from Nova Scotia, and she's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because now there are sharks in the cold water up in the Atlantic, man.
Yeah.
There always have been.
Hey!
They just know about them now.
For God's sake.
Shall I do these or not?
Yeah, fire away, Ruff. Or Board, sorry.
Let's go ahead and do them, Ruff, because you spent all that time and effort. It's great to hear your son is not into wargaming. That was a great story.
No, he's into music though. But he might be. I tell you what,
I'm glad this is a music show and not a war game show.
Well, I'm surprised it's a war game show the way we've been going. But anyway, I digress.
You tell him Jacko used to play war games.
Yeah, but I showed him Bismarck, and he went. Ooh. So.
Oh, today this happened. Okay, I got another good one. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Ruff.
Right.
Go.
We're going to go back to 1645, which is about quarter to 5 in old money. But the siege of Hereford, in my part of the world, over in my country, took place on this day in 1645 during the English Civil War, when the city of Hereford, God knows how you Americans would pronounce it, and its English royalist garrison were besieged by the Scottish Covenanters, which was like a religious breakaway group that didn't want anything to do with Catholicism, which was under the command of the Earl of Leven. They allied themselves to the parliamentarians, the old Roundheads, and moved to take the royalist stronghold in the wake of their victory at the Battle of Naseby, which has gone on just a little bit before. After a month or so siege, the approach of royalist sort of reinforcements and news that Montrose's victory against the Covenanters in Scotland forced them to leave and abandon the siege.
Oh.
However, in the December, and it's a little bit, it's not today, but in December, the city was taken in a surprise attack by Colonel John Birch and remained in parliamentarian hands for the remainder of the Civil War. So that's a bit of, I do like a bit of Civil War stuff. We also had a bit of American Civil War history now, 1864.
I think I know what you're going to go. I've got a backup story if you don't know.
Okay, yeah. It's the Battle of the Crater.
Yes. Yes.
Part of the siege of Petersburg. It took place on Saturday, get this, Saturday, July the 30th, the same day as our broadcast in 1864. That's weird, isn't it? What's the chance of that? 1 in 7. All right, shut up.
So
between the Confederate Army and of Northern Virginia, commanded by Robert E. Lee, and the Union Army of the Potomac. How do you pronounce that? Potomac, isn't it? Potomac. Yeah. Commanded by old General George Meade, who was under the direct supervision of Ulysses S. Grant, by the way. After weeks of preparation, you must have heard about this.
I have.
Union forces exploded a mine in Major General Ambrose Burnside 9th Corps sector, blowing a gap in the Confederate defenses at Petersburg, Virginia. And at that point, it all went pear-shaped, to use a phrase, for the Union attackers, because unit after unit charged down into the crater, and they were sort of running around like headless chickens, didn't know what to do, and running around the outside. And I think were annihilated. And Grant considered this failed assault as the saddest affair I have witnessed in this war.
Here's something that they don't teach you, though.
Yeah.
Up until 2 days before the explosion, and several African-American regiments were training to actually attack the Confederates. In the last minute, several of the people said, no, we don't want the African-American or the black troops to do it.
I was going to mention that, but I knew that most of those who run down into the crater were black American soldiers.
Yeah. So they moved them. So the people that were trained that knew to go around didn't go around, and they went in. So they switched it. So they had been training for this for weeks and weeks. And then all of a sudden they put troops that had not been training for it, that did not know what to do, to go through, because somebody didn't want the African-American regiments to get credit for blowing this big hole, even though they were the ones that did the mining, all the digging.
They did. Yeah.
So it's one of those ones.
Comes back to bite us again.
Always. Yep. Well, maybe not so much nowadays, fingers crossed, but then, of course,
Back then, we didn't use over 100,000 African-American troops at all. Like, they wanted to fight.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite films, I can't remember the blooming name of it now.
Glory, probably.
Yes.
Dan, unlike your show, we tried to educate the people on our show, Dan. So just keep that in mind. You guys might want to, you and Artie might want to try that sometime.
Hey, I was wondering, what does this have to do with Jacko?
Oh, we passed that. We've gone past Jacko.
Oh!
We've gone past Jacko. Yeah, we've gone past.
Oh, sorry.
We've gone past.
Educating
level 42, level 42. Anyway,
you know what? I'll take that and bring it to the boss, and maybe that's a good thing.
First World War, 1918 on this day. Headquarters Company of Squadrons A, B, and C, the 1st Marine Aviation Corps, a force, arrived at Brest in France on board the USS Descartes as US enters the European theatre of World War I. There you go. Keeping it
God
with
bless the USA.
Yeah, God bless them.
And then the war was over 6 months later.
I know. But the thought was there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, that's what the US usually does. We show up at the very end, and then we take full credit.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
Hey, if it ain't
1943. 1943. PV-1 aircraft, which is the Lockheed Ventura from VB-127, which is a patrol bombing squadron of the US Navy, sinks a German submarine, U-591, off Pernambuco in Brazil. Buco. I'll try that again. Pernambuco in Brazil. Also on that date, TBFs, Avengers, and F-4Fs, Wildcats from the USS Santee sink German submarine U-43 in the mid-Atlantic, while PC-624, which was a patrol craft, sinks a German submarine U-375 off Tunisia. I've got hundreds. I'll do one more.
Oh, hold on. Teacher mode. I don't know, Hissy Cat. Can you?
What's that?
He said, "I love."
She has to step
I love
out
to pee.
to
Can
pee.
I step out? I don't know.
I have to pee. Can
you?
I step out?
I don't know.
No.
Can
You're
you?
stuck here. Suck it up, Buttercup.
That's a teacher mode. I don't know. Can you?
Suck it up, Buttercup. Go ahead, Ruff. What else you got for us?
I hate that because I was made to say, "Oh, can I go to the loo, miss or sir?"
Yeah.
Can you?
Can you?
Oh, all right. May I go to the loo? Oh, too late. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah. Sorry.
What have we got here? We've got Japanese submarine sinking. Let's do that one because we mentioned it. 1945, the Japanese submarine I-58 sinks the USS Indianapolis, a heavy cruiser northeast of Leyte, but only 316 of her 1,199 crew survive. Crazy. And this was so they've been sunk. They're in the water now due to a communications error and some other errors. The loss goes unnoticed. They didn't miss this ship until survivors were seen from a passing aircraft on August the 2nd. So they've been in the water 2 or 3 days. But 4 days earlier, this was the ship that delivered atomic bomb components to be used on Japan. So that's 1945.
And you know what killed most of the crew?
Sharks. Sharks.
Yeah, sharks. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the sharks. Yeah, it was actually the sharks that actually did worse. Yep.
And one more, I think we'll do non-war game, war history related, but it's our finest moment. 1966. On this day in 1966, England won the Football World Cup.
And that's it.
Hey, the bots came. The bots came right when you said that.
I can't do that.
It's over. Did you know that Canada is in the World Cup this year?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Is it? What in our FIFA in the Football World Cup?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the other Football World Cup. What's the matter with you?
I know, but it makes me laugh. You see, over across the pond there, they have World Series and they have their Football World Cup, whatever it's called.
No,
and it's not the world, is it? It's not the world.
That's American.
It's the rest of them lot. At least when we do a world thing, it's the world. The World Cup is the world. So yeah, that was our, mind you, that was our only win since the tournament began in 1930.
Well, I don't think we've ever won one.
Well, we won. I remember watching it as a kid with my father and my grandfather at grandfather's flat in Lambeth, watching it. And Jeff Hurst, the legend that was Jeff Hurst, became the only man to score a hat trick in a World Cup final. Do you know what a hat trick is, you guys up above there?
Yeah, we do because we have them in hockey.
Right. Three goals.
3 goals.
3 goals.
Right. There we go.
And there's a natural hat trick, which means that's when you get 3 goals in a row. You get the three goals. You one right after another, like nobody's in between them.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
I think they need to take your Canadian card away then.
Wow, my God.
We don't have a card. We just say, every time they ask us for it, we just say sorry.
I will say that on this day, in 1889, Otto von Bismarck German Iron Chancellor dies at the age of 83, and of course he would be going to be infamously renamed on the ship the Bismarck, which was sunk in World War II.
Hey, that was a mean ship, man.
The biggest, best German ship of and speak of the devil. What a lead in that I did for you, Rob.
Thank you. That's checked in the post. But yeah, it was but of course we just went, we're having none of that. We're not having that. Get out of it. So, and again, I reiterate the film with Kenneth More in it, the Hunt for the Bismarck.
I loved it.
Fantastic
Loved
film.
it.
Which is why I like Atlantic Chase, because it reminds me of that, where they're pushing the boats about on the map trying to find it. It's like, that's brilliant.
Oh man, are you into what about Hammer movies? You into Hammer horror?
Oh God, Hammer horror. Oh, yes, House of Horror. The old Chrissy Lee. Oh, and
Tony, do you have anything to add?
No, I didn't. Rough took mine, so
Rough steals them all. That's all right.
But
that's okay. I added.
This is our educational part, Dan. You were. I know you've tuned out a little bit, but this is our educational part of this.
Chantal, come and say hi to the boys. Chantal, come and say hi to the boys.
Who's this?
Come on, Chantal. Chantal.
You got your G&T.
She got you. She's a keeper.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, keep hold of that one.
Okay,
Dan.
so Alistair comes up with a hat trick came from cricket.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. How does he know? What? Just because they type it in the chat doesn't make it true.
It's true.
1858.
If you look it up on
Just
Google,
because they type it in the chat doesn't mean it's true.
if you look it up on Google, they will tell you it's to do with hockey. It's not. It's to do with cricket. It's the trick you got and won a hat. Yeah.
Yep, they won a hat for getting 3 of those. So I love cricket. I think it's an interesting game. Can't stand Test cricket because it's just way too long and boring.
No. If you've got hours to burn and nothing to do, then that's fine. But one day cricket. In my day, it was one day cricket.
Yeah. Now T20 is so much
now it's
fun.
2020 or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But it's still the same thing.
We actually have an American league.
Have you seen the one where they use those funny shaped bats, the shorter bats?
No, I haven't.
It's like using a sort of flattened out baseball bat. They just go whack. It's crazy.
No, but we do have an American league now too, T20 league.
Oh dear.
There's about 20 teams in it. Yeah, they're trying to get it going. Yeah. So.
It's good fun. It's just action.
Yeah, I think if people tried it, they would love it. So
yeah,
the first social security system in the world, from Otto von Bismarck, from
Bismarck.
So,
yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
and the sinking of the Indianapolis is the greatest naval.
They named the ship after him. Do you remember?
Yeah. Sinking of the Indianapolis, greatest naval disaster in history.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go down that path, my friend. There's been quite a few other. It was a terrible disaster, but I would go check out.
I'm trying to find out what happened in Quebec history in this year. Well,
nothing,
this year
nothing,
in this
nothing. They're nothing. They're just
nothing happened in Quebec. It was cold and it snowed.
Yeah, and they're going. Have the British gone yet?
And they caught lots of fish.
They're still saying that. Have the British gone yet? And you know something? Not talking about politics, but let's get into politics. Here in Quebec, I have so many separatist friends, and we rib each other. We can talk and laugh. In the States, don't you dare mention anything about politics. You'll get shot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't understand. Why can't you just talk, man?
The same here. We
in England, it's the same.
I mean, I've got friends on both sides. Yeah, but it'd only be a World Cup with other American teams, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be a World Cup. You go up against blooming India. You'd what that smile off your face.
Actually,
mate.
if you look at the American, so there isn't an official American team. They play in like the second division, and half of them are Indian, the other half are Middle Eastern, generally speaking. It's like,
hey, hissy cat,
Australian.
hissy cat. In the women's football league, which is what it's properly called, not soccer. In the women's football league, who won the World Cup? Well, the World Cup. Who won the national championships or international championships? Huh?
Don't know. Don't watch women.
Canada, for God's sake!
I know
Oh,
it's Canada. Just wanted to wind you up. But there we are. You see, and another thing, you call it soccer. The rest of the world, bar about 5 places, call it football.
Yeah, and they say gallon, and we say liter.
Well, we still have. No, we don't have gallons anymore. There is a thing, though. Now we've left the EU, that we're going back to the Imperials.
Are you really?
oh, they're going there. Yep.
That's stupid.
They're
Well,
going to
we
start
still have
talking
pints.
Fahrenheit again.
We still have pints in our pubs, and that caused. They wanted to change it to half litres, and they were going, "You dare there be a civil war?"
No. I understand. A pint's a pint.
A pint's a pint, yeah.
A pint's a pint.
But nothing's been said, so I don't think it'll happen.
E4 Airman says he hears Canadian women are like bears.
That's just a random thought. Okay.
Get that guy out of here. Get him out of here.
Relation Airman. Is that in a nice way? Or are they sort of like big and hairy? Is that what you're saying? A bit like female dwarfs?
No, they're not
they're
Italian.
cool.
They're Canadian.
Well,
Alistair's got it right.
Let's look at our GMT update for the day before everything goes off the rails. And charging in final production still. Great Battles of Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition, Musket and Pike, the dual pack, Salerno.
Looking forward to
43 with the mounted map.
What about Herman's game?
42.
What about Herman's game?
Not going to happen.
That's coming out in 2032, I think,
Jesus Christ.
along with Mr. President.
No, Mr. President is going to be out before that.
At the printers.
I'm looking at Fields of
Quite a
Fire
few
Battle
at
of
the
the Bulge,
printers.
man.
Yeah, we heard through the grapevine that
The Grapevine.
Plum Island Horror is probably going to be a 2023 release.
Get out of here.
No. And Mr. President will be probably November, December, we think.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Worst
I
case
mean, Tony,
scenario, January.
right? Tony did the world, let's be honest, Tony did the world premiere of Mr. President. You should have had him first on your show, Dan. He introduced the world to Mr. President.
You have to send me the stuff. Send me the
Oh
stuff.
my God. Do we have to do your job for you?
Jesus.
He's not a very investigative journalist, is he?
I'm not a journalist. I'm an anchorman like Ted Baxter.
Well, they read everything like Biden. Say it again. Yeah, right.
I love Ted Baxter. I love him.
That was the Mary Tyler Moore show.
God, Ted Baxter was the best.
That's right.
He was the best.
He was funny.
What did England do for comedy? Huh? Rough? Huh?
All of Monty Python.
Where do I start?
They claim Mighty Python, but
Where do I start? The
I'm not
Goons?
too
Yeah, I know.
The Goons?
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's
I'm
enough
not
said.
too impressed.
Monty
You ever
Python,
watch-
Fawlty Towers,
You
Two
ever watch Mrs. Brown's Boys? I know that's
No,
Irish there.
No,
It's Irish. I know it's
It
Irish.
doesn't matter that it's Irish. It's a bit one-trick pony. That's why it's not shown. That's why it's not on anymore.
Did he say one prick Tony?
No, I did not. I did not mention Tony's name.
Oh, they also had Benny Hill
Oh,
Yeah.
so you love Benny
and
Hill.
Mr.
Mr.
Bean.
Bean.
Oh my
I
God!
can't stand Mr. Bean. There's no
Come
talking.
on.
I like him when he talks, like when he has his talking role.
I love him. Hey, Stigler's in the house, man. Everybody be quiet.
Don't talk about solo games. Shush.
Say
Stump.
nothing. I
Solo
know
game.
Stigler. I was
There we are,
pulling
Ed
his leg.
If your
For
game doesn't
God's
come with a
sake.
solo game,
Jesus.
you might as well not even publish it. Come on, let's be honest.
And
Monty
then, well,
Python.
I always remember the Whose Line Is It Anyway when it was.
Oh
I
my
love the
God, was
Brit
that
version of it.
hilarious?
Well, the British version.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Although they had 2 Canadians on there.
Yes. Who was that? There was the big long.
Yeah.
tall guy.
Yeah. And then the bald Colin, whatever was the bald guy, and then it was it Greg?
But
Didn't they
Greg,
also bring in
Dad's Army? See, they're all coming out now. What have you got? You had
who?
What's that unfunny thing? Seinfeld. That was the most unfunniest thing I've ever seen.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
No, I agree with him.
Seinfeld? No, that was horrible.
Seinfeld was hilarious.
That was about the
Ryan
dumbest
Stiles,
thing
thank
ever.
you, thank you.
Oh
Answer.
my
Not
God! Oh
that
my
sent
God.
your comedy back 50 years, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah,
No,
Ryan Stiles. Yeah,
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible for 9 years, all the way to the bank.
Yeah, fine. I mean, this wasn't for us. We didn't, it wasn't our humor. That's the thing.
Who's you?
Brits.
Ah, Christ, that doesn't matter.
But a bit like Quebec.
Oh,
Touche. I'm here a week, so make sure you pick the hat, girl.
Hey, you know the movie Dune wouldn't have been made without Quebec. Okay.
It's
it looks like I'm going to have to ban some people in the chat. Steinfeld is the best comedy in American history. That deserves a ban. That deserves a ban. The Simpsons, that deserves a ban.
God love him. God love him.
I mean, let's just say, normally our chat has been pretty good, but today it is definitely way down.
Again, it's not my fault.
We got some real losers in the chat today. So
it's his fault.
The Office. I like the British version.
I love The Office.
The British version, not the American version.
Yes. Both of them.
What's funny is if they were to actually say the British version, if they were to actually say the American words, it would be beeped like every other because they don't realize what they're saying. The slang is different. So the slang they use over in Britain.
Nerdy, I tell you what, it's getting like Ardy and Dan's podcast or stream. We've gone off a bit track. They've talked about everything except war games.
No, I keep bringing us back, and then you guys keep going off on music.
Hey! You know what? I recall just a minute ago, I had GMT up on the page.
And then
did you?
And I was talking about all the wonderful games on GMT, and then you guys got us all sidetracked. Don't blame me on this one. Don't blame me. I know you like pointing the finger at me. I'm an easy man to point the finger at.
That ain't me.
It ain't me.
It ain't
me.
Me.
Be around.
It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. No.
Please.
Rough. Have you seen Ricky Gervais' Derek?
No, I haven't. That doesn't appeal to me. I love Ricky Gervais, but I haven't seen it. But have you watched the other one where he's unfortunately his wife dies and he's coping with that's brilliant. That is brilliant.
He's a genius. If you watch Derek, it'll only pump up the genius.
Really?
It's unbelievable.
All right, I'll give it a go.
It's
the subject matter didn't appeal to me. That was all.
Watch it, because he works in pathos so good.
I thought I turned into a war game show. Yeah.
So did I. But we've got Dan on. What do you expect?
Seriously? Is it really?
This is why I think it is Dan, because look at Artie. Very knowledgeable with war games. But 90% of the time they talk about whiskey, women, and wine.
And how bad
Dan's fault.
Yeah.
It's Dan's fault.
No, you forgot something. Cocaine.
I said cocaine.
Talk about cocaine, too.
Oh, sorry. Wait, Wayne's in the house. Oh!
He's been here ages.
Jesus. You know, in Canada, weed's legal, eh? Weed's legal in Canada. So
what's up with the Charles S. Roberts
let's get
Awards,
on to
and
that.
why haven't we been nominated on that show?
Why are you talking to me about that?
Because you're in charge.
I'm not in charge.
You got to put that information out. when you put the information out, you got to include the most important things, which is our show.
I just figured out how to make some extra money.
Alistair literally got the cart before you got the horse.
Oh, you got the wrong way round.
He bought this Fall of Saigon, but he's waiting for Fire in the Lake.
I'm doing that
I don't
as
get
well.
Fire in the Lake.
I'm doing that as well with Last 100 Yards. I've ordered the sort of add-on pack, but I haven't got the first one yet. So,
well, why don't you do that with Combat ! Buy
because
two.
That's 140. That's 140 pounds. That's why. Good grief!
You guys heard my story when I played Fire in the Lake with Mark Herman, and
you got drunk or something like that.
Oh my God, I was so hammered. And I thought we were playing Fire in the Lake, but we were playing the expansion. So when they interviewed me, first of all, I don't know how I spoke. And then I said this. I remember saying, well, I guess Fire in the Lake, blah, blah, blah. And he says, Dan, this is not Fire in the Lake. Okay. I was hammered. I couldn't see my hand this close to my face.
I have got to the
You
point
make a
where
great impression on people then.
I'm starting to play more games that I already know the rules to. Like, that's one thing that I've focused on now. Like, I've been playing a lot of ATS, offline with Mitch, and I've got another guy that I've been playing with. But, like, I'm playing a lot of Panzer Grenadier because I've got the rules down. So
how is that system, Tony?
I like it. I love it. I think it's great.
We all love it, don't
we? No, Tony Ruff. It's horrible. You don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a direct competition to ASL?
No,
Grenadier?
No, it's totally different because it's platoon level. So it's, the units, they're bigger.
The scale.
Right.
It's different.
Scale's bigger. And the way
That's
it activates is totally different. It's not an I go, you go. It's you activate leaders and then they activate stuff around them or in their hex depending on situations.
So why doesn't it get more love than it should?
The company. Same thing with ATS.
Company. I think it's, excuse me for butting in, I think it's because you have to have a certain mindset to play it. You've got to be prepared, as you're finding out, Tone.
Yeah.
That some scenarios go on for a bit. Yeah. I took the mickey out of it and I said, I'm not going to play this one. It's 129 turns.
Yeah.
And
seriously?
Yeah. There's 60 turns, 50 turns, 30 turns. Because the idea is you've got to get up to them. You've got to wear them down. You've got to chip away at them. And when they're at their lowest ebb, you've got to then assault them. Of course, that takes time. And they do say, Avalanche Press, do say that this is more realistic. This is what would happen because you wouldn't just run in and.
As I'm finding out, my center,
that's true.
Yeah, my center group is getting annihilated right now. Actually,
here's the thing: it is a different system, but I think it does simulate war a lot better than a lot of the other systems. ATS, I'm sorry, not ATS. ASL, really popular, but it's gamey. You can game the system. You can say, oh my gosh, hello, why don't you join the chat? Come on in and join with us.
What happened?
We got a bot that decided to tell us about our dating site. That
I wanted to go on it.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
So it's a different system. It's a different game. It simulates. I think it does a real good job of simulating, but it's also very hard to manage as a gamer. It's not easy. It's kind of a dice chuck, and it's not streamlined. I think that's the issue. I think it's a good game that's in a bad system, if that makes sense.
Hey, Wayne, are you a good cop? Are you a good cop? Eh? Are you a good cop? That's Seinfeld.
Ruff, we can't hear you.
He's doing it on purpose. I can hear him.
I'm doing it on purpose. See, what I'm doing, you see, when somebody's talking, so I can just sort of snort and do other things, I've got a mute button on top of the mic, and I sometimes don't realise I've hit it.
Oh, okay.
Rather than just muting it on the screen. Apologies.
Did I tell you my hand hurts?
Yes.
Did I say?
But
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you say, Jester, about Panzer Grenadier, yes, I think it's quite
finicky. It's not streamlined. The system is finicky and it's not streamlined.
I don't think it's that finicky.
I don't think it's that finicky. It's a different type of system. You've got to make sure your leaders are all sorted out. You can do this carry on activation and all that.
It is finicky because you can't advance without a leader.
That's not finicky. That's the rules.
That's the rules.
Okay, the rules are finicky. Is that better? Instead of the game is finicky.
I don't think
like
that's finicky. I think that's
the rules are finicky. You can't advance without a leader. You can't see anybody unless they shoot. Unless you're within 3 spaces.
Yes, you can't.
Right?
Well, no. That's only if they're limited.
Shoot, you can see them from 24 spaces away.
No. It's only if they're in limited terrain can you spot them if they're 3 hexes. If they're in the clear, it's 12 hexes.
Yeah,
correct.
So, but if they're in limited terrain,
but
that's the whole idea.
As soon as they shoot, then you can see them from 17,000 miles away.
No, 12 hexes.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
No, yeah, it does. If somebody's shooting at you, you know where it's coming from.
You might not be able to fire back.
True, but the other guy that's 700 miles over that way isn't going to know that.
Oh well, you can't shoot him. You can see him.
I thought
because the ranges, except for you might be able to use the OBA, the offboard artillery, if you have some. That's kind of nice, but you do have to have a leader to do that. So
yeah,
So Tony, it's obviously a lifestyle game, right?
No, it isn't. I don't think it is.
It's not like ASL. It's not that sort of lifestyle game.
The rules you can pick them up pretty quickly once you've played and learned them.
Yes, I know what muzzle flashes are, but muzzle flashes don't last for 5 million years.
Okay, Stigler.
I think it's because it's 40 pages of rules. That's it.
That's it.
It's if that.
I think the Mark IV has about
41 pages, and that's with optional rules.
So, Ruff, you're a Panzer Grenadier fan too,
and I blame him.
And how are
I mean, I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the system is. You asked. The question was right. The question was why isn't it more popular? I'm telling you why it's not more popular. I'm not trying to put the system down, so you all can stop getting on my ass about it.
No, we're not. We know you love it.
I'm just saying the reason it's not more popular is because a lot of people try it and go, this is kind of finicky.
There's that word again.
And also, I've got to play this for what?
And also, I've got to play on these maps that look like they're from 19.
Marmalade.
Okay, so there's my question. My next question is in terms of what you get for your money in terms of component cardboard. How's the quality?
Counters are phenomenal. I love the counters. They look great.
Okay.
The maps are shite.
Even the modern ones could do with a bit of a tweak.
Yes.
But you get an early game, and I mean early, I think, 2000, you're playing on Marmalade.
Really?
Yeah.
Big Board made a comment and said, is that in the desert in Africa?
We have to get Hissy Cat Studio coming on the show. I mean, let's just be honest.
Because he agrees with you.
I mean, he's smart, obviously. He's a very intelligent guy, so we need to get him on the show.
You're talking about Benninghoff?
No, we're talking about another YouTuber.
So how come we don't hear about this guy Benninghoff?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Benninghoff, yeah.
Yeah, how come we don't hear about this guy?
I think he's a bit like Howard Hughes.
Long fingernails.
Yeah, and toenails, and flies weird planes.
And he doesn't wash. He doesn't wash.
Yeah. I think he's a bit like that.
Yeah, no, you gotta wash.
Yeah.
I don't want. It's like going to a magic con.
I like that.
Not washing.
That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. Pay attention. Clean the wax out of your ears.
Oh God, no! I don't
There we go.
Easy lesson.
Finicking is also running your combat system on a bell curve, which means your good results only happen if you roll a 2, a 3, or 11 or 12. Anything else is going to give you nothing results. So it all comes down to whether I roll really well or really high or really low. That's all it comes down to. That's a finicky system.
Yeah,
Or
it's,
do you mean
or you get your stuff in such a position that
Right
bell
there.
curve is
See that?
shifted.
Yeah. There's modifiers. There's not die roll modifiers. There's no die other
Yeah, they're
than a
column.
leader,
They're all
but
column, aren't they?
they're column shifts.
Kurt?
So-
Are you meaning fiddly, not fiddly?
I think you
Fiddly,
mean
yes.
fiddly.
Fiddly's a great word.
That's
Fiddly is a
different than
great word.
finicky.
What,
I always ask my wife that.
Fiddly, kind of.
It's really honestly set up for.
It's a bell curve, which drives people crazy because you can have the same results, or I can have the same amount of firepower as Tony, and then he rolls a 2 and I roll a 7. His units wipe out my units every time.
But ASL.
Jesus, he's got everything on hand.
I know he's such a pro.
I could roll a 6, and somebody could roll a 1, and it's the same.
Same thing. Yeah. I think we
well,
all
first of all, with 2 6-sided dice, you can't roll 1, so
With
that doesn't
modifiers,
work.
you can't. Modifiers, you can't. Then why does it say it, huh?
I'll put it on the screen so we can see.
You see that picture? What's
Uh-huh.
that captain's
Hey,
name?
look it. When I roll a 12, what happens? What happens with ASL? In Panzer Grenadier, I roll a 12. What do I get?
It depends on if you're looking at.
What do I get? What do I get? Give it to me. Come on.
You either get a morale check.
Yeah. You're going to get a morale check. You're going to get a casualty or reduction or whatever.
It depends. I like the bell curve idea. I like that.
Yeah, I think we all like it. I think we like the system.
It's
what Jester's saying is whether or not new ones coming into it.
I think people
be put
think
off.
it's finicky because they see the same thing where
Now,
I can move up these units. Sure, I can attack. Maybe I'll try an attack, and I shoot. Oh, nothing happens because I rolled a 7, and then I'll wait till next turn, and I roll a 7. Oh, nothing happened, and you do that like 6 times in a row, and you say to yourself, "I've done this 6 times in a row, and still nothing's happened. So why am I even playing this game
So
if
you
nothing
think,
happens?"
right, when I attack next time, I'm going to make sure that X, Y, and Z is in place. So when I throw a 7, I get at least a check morale because I've got the modifiers moving it across the columns.
so why would you say like new players wouldn't get into it? Is it because
Because they
it's
don't
easier?
do things
Well,
that
hold on.
a traditional
Yeah, it's not instant win.
system uses.
But is it because like games like Lock and Load are coming out with a system that is more help me more ease of play? Maybe is that it?
I'm just trying to think of another game that I can think of that you need a leader to advance your units or you can't advance. And I can't think of one off the top of my head.
You
Now,
mean
there
you
might be
can't
another one out
advance
there.
without a leader?
That is
You
a
can't advance
very unique thing, which might be
Unless
great.
a leader
right?
has activated a stack.
And it's going to make
Can't advance.
people think, "Oh, I don't know about this game because I'm not used to having that."
Well, it's
You know,
well, hold on. It's platoon level,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
so you obviously need a leader in a platoon level game. It's not like it's a tactical game where you can have.
And there's also I'm just bringing up some things finicky, right? To determine what kind of leader you get, you take the counter and you flip it up in the air. It flips and then it lands. And on one side of the counter is one leader, and on the flip side is a different leader. When you talk about finicky, that's what I'm talking about, because I could flip it and end up with a crappy leader, or I could flip it and end up with a really good leader.
Yeah.
But isn't it historical scenarios?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would you have to flip the leader?
Because remember we're zooming down to the platoon level. So these, even though they're in historical storylines or timelines or places, you're zooming down into the platoon level. So that's a little bit make-believe. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
We don't know what happened at that level.
I got you.
Generally speaking.
I'm just saying, you asked why Panzer Grenadier isn't more popular. And I'm giving you reasons why. You can argue with me all you want, but it's not a really popular system. And there's reasons for that. So you have to ask the people that don't like it, what's wrong with it? So if you're in the chat and you don't like Panzer Grenadier, you tell us why you don't like it, and that will tell us why. And when everyone says Jester's 100% right,
but we like it. That us three like it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
All game systems are going to have some sort of missing piece.
Yeah, we've had that one up already. Stop putting that one up. All right. Hissy, having words with you. Stop putting that up.
Would you consider
That's
Lock
really-
and Load? Would you consider Lock and Load a lifestyle game now?
No. To me, right now, the way I see it, ASL to me is the lifestyle game, and that's because of the people you play with and stuff like that. It's also 700 pages of rules. So I to me that's the only real lifestyle game that I can think of.
I was going to say, what's another lifestyle game then? If it's ASL or chess.
Maybe OCS.
That was one I was thinking where there's a system's big
That
enough.
could be pretty chunky, and that could be a lifestyle game.
Really, eh?
Yeah, because it literally could take you 4 days to set up a scenario with thousands of counters too. So
you know what? No, sorry, no, because in 4 days I can practice a tune and get it right.
Lock and Load Tactical, absolutely it is. I don't know what he's answering, but
he's saying
it's a lifestyle game.
Lifestyle.
I'm not sure if it's a lifestyle game. People love the system and tend to lock into it, no pun intended, lock into that system. And that's the tactical system they like to play.
Yeah.
And there's lots of different modules.
But I see people that play Lock and Load Tactical also play a lot of other games. Where with ASL,
yeah, I guess it depends on what your definition of a lifestyle game is, right?
Yeah.
I think you already did a scenario or a session on people that play just one system players, right? Where they only play standard combat series or OCS or 7-inch systems and things like that. If that's what you're saying, I don't think.
Maybe these ASL players, because I am not, is that they've played it so long, they know the ins and outs so well, they think that probably another game, we got to learn again. We got to learn, we got to learn these rules.
Also, ASL, and I've said this before, they have sheds full of the counters.
Seriously?
Yes.
And garages.
That's their garage, as you say, yeah. They just have stuff, and it will be too much of an effort, I would think, to change over to something else because of the money invested.
Nobody ever
absolutely.
Because of the money invested that they've done since 19, whenever it was, Thrown to Death.
Yeah.
That may be a reason.
When I think of lifestyle games, I think that's the only game you play, period. And I don't know that many Lock and Load Tactical players that's the only game they play.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But ASL, I know lots of them. That's all they play. They don't play anything else but that. That to me, that's a lifestyle game. Now, if you play one game a lot, you could call that a lifestyle game too. So
you get people.
Yeah, I think
it happens with Warfighter. It happens with Warfighter. Nobody plays anything else but Warfighter. Looking at the DVG Facebook pages, that's all they seem to play.
Yeah,
and
but
good luck to them.
No, that's fine. But in talking about Warfighter as opposed to ASL, wouldn't it be redundant? Warfighter?
No, that's all you play, and you've got every expansion and every expansion that's going to come out in the future, and every core game they bring out because you love it and that's all you play it. That's a lifestyle game. You're right. 99% of the time, and that's fine. That's fine.
No, I know it's fine. And are we being bigots because we're talking about ASL in a certain way or Panzer Grenadier?
No, to me it's to each their own. Play what you play. Play what you like. I'm a wine drinker. I love wine. I like the wine I like. but drink what you like. Don't be worried about what somebody else thinks. As soon as you stop
because you're
worrying about
drinking it out of a cardboard box. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
If you worry about what other people think, you're not gonna be happy.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I'm Canadian. I can say it. Americans can't say it. Screw them people. How's that? Huh?
Yeah.
Play what you like. It doesn't matter. If you like ASL, great. That's awesome.
And you don't want to play anything else? Great.
It doesn't affect me. Why would
I love all the newness. I love all the
yep.
different things, the new system. It's like, all shiny, shiny, shiny.
That's because you're an artiste. You're an artiste.
I'm not
No,
disciplined.
he's a YouTuber. Squirrel.
No,
New box.
yeah.
New box.
Yeah.
New box.
Yeah.
New box.
I think we all just started quit wargaming and just go over to Euros. We can start up our own little Euro channel and just start playing the Euro games. Tony, come on.
What's wrong? Kurt, you just hit on something. What's wrong with starting a Euro channel?
There's nothing wrong with
it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Don't be talking bad about my Euro
except for
game.
Magic the Gathering. That is a horrible game.
I tell you what, no, let me put you right there. Magic the Gathering is one of the best card games ever invented, but it's owned, staffed, and played by the worst a-holes on the planet.
Seriously?
Seriously. I love the game. I play it all the time. I play Magic the Gathering Arena. And the amount of crud I get when I play, it's a fantastic game. I love it. I played it when it first came out. And
but Ruff, if I had more money than you.
No. I haven't put a penny into it. I used to buy the cards, but I play Magic the Gathering online and I don't buy anything. I get my free packs, I get my quests, and that's it. And over the years I've built up. I was on it on the alpha and beta testing of it. And they still haven't got it wrong. It's the worst client in the world as well. All they're worried about is making new pets and new bloody gizmos. Instead of the one thing at the moment is after a while the sound goes. You get like 10 things attacking you and they go crash. Suddenly all the sound goes. And you have to reload it until it happens again. Fantastic game. But yeah, owned.
Well, see, that's what happens as soon as you put prizes and money on something. As soon as you do that, you take all the fun and all the enjoyment out of it.
It becomes a competition.
It becomes a competition, and people will cheat, lie, and steal to try and get that
How
money.
Stupid is
and
that?
it just ruins it for everything.
It's
I'm
just
telling you,
if
we want to ruin a board game, right? All I have to do is set up a tournament with money and prizes.
Yeah, horrible.
That will ruin that board game forever.
I do my quests, get my freebies. I haven't put a penny into it, and I thoroughly enjoy it. The only people I don't enjoy.
I'm right again, people.
I agree with him. Yeah, but yeah, the other thing is they rape you because you're winning. They've spent God knows how much on their deck, and I use a deck.
That's what I mean.
And I winning, and so they sit there and rope, and there's a timer, and they just time you out.
Yep. Yeah.
But I play for fun.
Dan, if you ever get a chance, go to YouTube and watch the worst Magic the Gathering players. Like literally, there's montages of table flipping because somebody.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
It's it's like a train wreck. You can't. You want to stop watching it, but you can't because you're just
And unfortunately,
those people are pathetic.
It's got this sort of thing about 40-year-old men in their mum's basements who can't get a girlfriend playing the game, and it's true. I'm afraid, apart from me, of course.
Yeah, Stigler, I do agree.
I love the game.
See, the problem is Stigler, and I probably would say probably about 95% that play competitively are good. They're fun. They're fun to play with. It's competitive, but it's not cutthroat. It's that 5% that has to win at all costs that make it horrible.
Why don't we just beat the shit out of these 5%?
Because they don't make it fun to beat them.
5% of people that
you can beat them, but it's no fun.
This is a discussion that could last for years.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
5%
talking
of
about
the
physically
population.
beating the shit out of them.
You talked about, coming down to the U.S. and talking politics. You can't do that because of the 5%.
I know, and it's so bad.
You can't literally do it, in an elevator because 5% of the people in the elevator will have a problem, and they'll go to your supervisor or whatever. So yeah, you can be playing Dungeons and Dragons, and 5% of the people are going to be coming. They're going to be ultra competitive that you can't kill their character, and they're going to ruin it. So,
some of the I used to play squash a long time ago. Okay, long time ago.
Oh, that's where that came from. It wasn't the practicing; it was playing squash.
Well, whatever. And and I remember the best games I've ever had were the all-day games I've lost because I gave it everything I had to beat this guy, and he just beat me. And it's like, what a memory, man. And it was always like, I'll get you next time. I'll get you next time. But it was friendly. It was enjoyable. You wanted to play again with that guy because you wanted to beat him. Okay, so I slammed at him a few times just for fake. But what the hell?
Yeah, but we're choosing. Like Stigler says, generally we get to choose who we play because we know their type.
That's
and if
right.
you play against somebody that is not a good gamer, you won't play them again.
No.
But you can't do that in what we were talking about earlier, Magic the Gathering. They're randomly generated. So you're going to get 95% of the time an a-hole. So
yeah, but call the bastard out, man. Give him a kick
in
the nuts.
The reason Magic the Gathering Arena, unlike Magic the Gathering Online, doesn't have a chat function is because you would be calling them out.
Yeah, you can't chat with them while they're playing on the Magic the Gathering Arena.
And sometimes
you can send them an emote, and my favorite one is "Oops" before I concede.
Sometimes you end up getting the same enemy that beats you over and over again, and he also beats your friend over and over again, and that person's name is Rommel. See you all next week, guys. We gotta run. Take care, everybody.
He had